Mississippi State. That's what they're a real good basketball team. That's you know, they change gears and defended at a different rate in the second half, and offensively they attacked us off the bounce, and unfortunately we couldn't answer it there. We kind of held on, but eventually it just kind of came apart at the seams there. And but that's more of a credit to Mississippi State than us faltering in any way. Give them credit; they're real good.
Questions for the players?
AJ, it seemed like you guys defensively. You know, Frank said the Ole Miss game was the best defensive you guys have had all year, and you carried that over. It seemed like the first 10, 12 minutes or so. What did you feel like you guys were doing well there, or was it just a matter of them missing shots? And then what adjustments do you think they made offensively in the second half?
Oh, they just started attacking more offensively, and some guys got out of the way, and we just had to help each other out. When one person got beat, we just had to help each other, help the helper, and we didn't do that in the second half.
Coach, what differences did you see in Mississippi State this game compared to the first game?
MMI in?
Yeah, we're just going to do questions for the players, and then we'll let them go shower. That's
so
okay.
so we can
Same.
catch us.
To the players in. What difference did you see in Mississippi State this time?
They were aggressive. They were really aggressive. I feel like the major difference was that we turned it over this time a lot more times. Don't know exactly how many times we turned it over the first game, but we made some stupid turnovers. They got some easy baskets off of that, and I think that's what cost us the game.
John, I think there's a microphone right behind you. There you go.
You know, Mike, is things starting to get out of control a little bit in the second half? How do y'all stop the bleeding, so to speak?
Me, Chris, Sonny, Trey have to be better leaders. We need to make ourselves come together as a team more. Need to calm it down, take control of the game.
He did the last play of the first half, swung some momentum back toward them. Just what kind of take us through that, and the steal and then their layup on the other end?
I should just pass the ball earlier instead of kept dribbling the ball, and that's how they got the steal off of me. And then when they dunked, they got momentum and right over to the second half.
Anything else for the players? Questions for Coach?
You want me to answer your question? Nothing. It's the same team we played. They're good. We played a little better at home. You know, we played. We all immediately want to come to these drastic conclusions because we beat them at home. Maybe they didn't play well. They played well at our place. We just played better. They're a real good basketball team. What was that 19, 20 wins they got now?
20.
You know, the SEC is the only league in the country where when the good teams that are established start conference play, lose a couple games, all of a sudden it's because the league's no good. I don't get it. They're real good. They're as hard a team to play against as I've coached against this year because of what they do off the dribble. And they've got one of the dynamic perimeter players in Q Witherspoon and Peters. Just, you know, we couldn't, second half we couldn't guard him. All they did was space us, put him in a ball screen, and we tried everything and had no answer for him.
Coach Hassani has had some big ball games against Mississippi State. Not really a factor tonight. What were you seeing from him?
Yeah, he wasn't very. I don't want to say he wasn't very good. That's not fair to him. Just, you know, I didn't feel he was as engaged offensively as he's been. But that's also, we tried to run our stuff. Give them credit. They would not let us come off a screen and get open. They, you know, in the first half we got out in the open court. You know, we ran a little bit in the second half. We're on our heels the whole game the whole second half defensively, so we can never get out there and run. Yeah, I didn't think Hassani was engaged offensively as he's been. But once again, I don't want to sit here and try and take stuff away from our guys. We were on the road, and we played a real good team on their home court. That here at home is really, really difficult to play against, and they got us. Just pretty simple.
Coach, you've coached some pretty good NCAA tournament teams both here and at K-State. Mississippi State just about punched their ticket if they haven't already. What makes them a good NCAA tournament team if they do get there?
They got Q Witherspoon and Peters have been starting together for 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. They're really difficult off the bounce. The young man Perry's playing at a high level. I mean, he's a McDonald All-American. Let's not sit around here and act like he's a surprise. He's just a freshman that has adapted to college basketball. And Ben and his staff have done an unbelievable job. He's playing at a high level. Adu, what do you have today? 6 blocks, I think. That's how I saw. Gives him a rim protector. So, when they defend like they defended us in the second half today, they're difficult to deal with because they are some athletic, strong, quick twitch guys. And then they've got that shot block. And Holman, let's not, that's another 4-year guy. They're experienced. They've been through the ropes, man. They've been that close for the last couple of years. I sense a team that smells it, and they're not, they're going to do everything in their power to make sure that they don't get left out this year. But they're good. That's a team that can make a run.
Frank, did you think that you guys defensively, that first 10, 15 minutes, was a carryover from Ole Miss? Yeah. And did you think that, you knew they would make a run? Did you think that the way you were playing, that could still be sustained?
Yeah, I thought we defended pretty good early in the game, and I think we caught them a little off guard. We had a chance on 2 possessions and in 3 possessions 2 times. Q had 2 fouls, and he put his head down to drive us. And Felipe and Mike both had chances to take charges, and they both got out of the way. And instead, we gave up 3-point plays. It's you're on the road, man. You got to make those plays. Those are game-changing plays because you're up 30-14 or 30-16 somewhere in there. You got a chance to put the 3rd foul on Q and maybe finish the half with a bigger lead. And instead, we give up, 3-point play. The second wasn't a 3-point play, but he made 2 free throws. And then obviously we gave him another breakaway layup there at the end of the half with AJ's decision. But I thought we defended well early. Now I was really disappointed in the second half in our ball screen defense. I thought our ball screen defense was just in the second half was really bad.
Yeah, Frank, a couple of things on Mike. It seemed like a lot of the offense was run through him tonight. Is that accurate? And if so, what made that the case? And he's also, I think, 1 for 20 from the free throw line in his last 20 attempts. Is there anything to that?
I'd tell you what I just told him in the locker room, but it wouldn't be fair to him. So he practiced really aggressive offensively the last couple of days. You saw the way he played our last game offensively. And we didn't design it to go that way, but the way Mississippi State guards us kind of opens stuff up for the trail guy to make some plays. And he was aggressive the last 2 days, so he was aggressive today. And at the end of the day, what were we from the foul line? 8 for 16 or 17, something like that. You're on the road. You can't do that. They go 17 for 19, I believe. We miss 8 free throws. If we make half of those 4, then when they make the run, instead of us getting down 8 or whatever, it's a closer game and you got a better chance. But we defensively, we cut it to 6 and we had them at the end of the clock. And Keyshawn just made a bad mistake, and they throw it to Carter, and he makes that 3 that pops it back to 9. And let's give the kid credit though. He made the shot. He could have missed it. He made it. But Mike was engaged the last 2 days. I'm really disappointed with him and his free throw shooting right now. But it makes no sense to me. But
One more. With Chris, I know you don't like discussing playing time, in and out, rotation, that kind of thing, but he didn't play much the last 8 minutes. I know part of it was foul trouble. Was there anything else going on with him?
Yeah, I put him in the game there coming out of the time, put him in. I don't remember what the time on the clock was. And I told those guys what I wanted to run coming out of a timeout, and he chose to run his own play and break our play off. So I'm not dealing with that. I don't care how good a player he is. I don't care how many years. He didn't play well today. Had nothing to do with foul trouble today. But we come out of a timeout, and my freshmen execute what I call. I expect him to execute what I call today.
Thanks, guys.
Yep. Thank you.